Hi, this is Shelley Kraft. We're coming to you live on SNN Live. We're at the National Investment Banking Association conference here in New York City, 2012. I have Mr. Nicholas Toms of Decisionpoint Systems, Inc., a publicly traded company, symbol DPSI. Nicholas, welcome to SNN Live.
Shelley, thank you very much for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
It's good to have you. Let's get right into Decisionpoint. Tell me the 30,000-foot overview.
Decisionpoint is in the business of enterprise mobility, which is the business of untethering people from their desks and keeping them connected in real time so that they can transact business out of their hand on a smartphone or a handheld computer wherever they are, whenever they need to transact business, or if they're in the field, managing them in the field in real time.
Are you an app?
We are a solution provider. Among the solutions includes apps. We have our own proprietary software that's aimed at specific markets: field force mobility, retail, warehousing and logistics and transportation. And we provide robust solutions on a subscription basis out of the cloud, or on a per transaction basis, or just in a straight sale of a system. We tend to serve mainly Fortune 500 companies. Among them, as a quick example, would be, for example, Avis or Budget Cars. Avis Budget, now one company. It's our system which manages all of the return of rental cars in all 200 locations in North America for each of those companies.
I just rented from Avis. I saw that machine. And it printed me a receipt, and it took like seconds.
That's right. It's a very slick system. So when you return your car, an agent comes up, they use their handheld computer to log in the gas, the mileage, and check everything is good in the car, and they print out a receipt while you're there in about 15 seconds. That's exactly right. So it's a very slick, painless transaction returning your car.
Let me have another example, because that's a good one.
I'm glad you like it. We are providing mobile device management for Conway Trucking, where we see where all of the wireless devices are for all 14,500 devices on their trucks across 30 countries. We know where the devices are, who's using what, where, when. We download instantly new applications onto the devices and manage the repair. So that's another quick example. We're doing all of the in-store Apple-based applications, customer-facing applications for people like J.Crew, Aeropostale, Juicy Couture, Kate Spade, Williams-Sonoma, Nordstrom's. These are all very valued customers of ours for which we are deeply appreciative, but we do a lot of systems to make customers in their stores very slickly find what they want and buy it. Where
does your growth come from?
It's coming from two areas. One is that in the retail sector, retailers are moving on to very sophisticated, slick, tablet-based customer-facing solutions. After the great meltdown of 2008, 2009, capital expenditure is coming out, so there's a huge upgrade going on, in a cyclical upgrade, taking advantage of these tablet-based systems, and we have very slick solutions. And then the other area is the big imperative to move to mobile systems for field force workers. So, for example, it might be a service engineer for Scientific Games. We automated all of their engineers in the US last year. It could be the security guards from G4 Security going into Bank of America, all 2,500 locations. Our system manages all of those guys 24/7. We support the system for G4 and for Bank of America. It could be a utilities reader going around the utilities. These are all the things we do.
Right. What is your background?
I'm a lawyer in remission, Shelley, so I should warn you, and when I feel the need to practice, needless to say, I take a pill and it passes. But actually, I built up a company called Peak Technologies in the 90s in the barcode asset tracking business. We took it from about a $5 million business in year one to 9 years later it was a $300 million business. We grew at about 40 points compound annually. 25 of that was organic, 15 was acquisition related. We became the number 4 player in the business behind people like Symbol Technologies and Telzon. Stockholders are very happy. If you bought stock on day one, it was 23 cents a share. And in the heyday of '96, when barcoding was the flavor of the year on the street, it was up in the $30 range. So we delivered a lot of shareholder value, and the technology we learned there was the foundation for Decisionpoint now. So we're using these wireless systems, handheld systems, and taking advantage of real-time, broadband communication.
Technology grew, you changed your model, and you moved on.
Right.
Here's my question. I'm going to keep it really difficult for you. I need your website.
Decisionpt.com.
That was easy. I thought it'd be harder.
And it gives you a good flavor of what we do. There are all sorts of things there. We actually sell a lot of business over the web. We have a whole web-based sales model, among other things.
Good. I'm going to send our listeners and viewers there. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Toms from Decisionpoint Systems, Inc. It's a publicly traded company, symbol DPSI. We're at the National Investment Banking Association Conference in New York City, 2012, and I want to thank you for coming on.
Shelley, thanks again for having me. Great pleasure. Thank you.